Let's try this again. Chaos has erupted in the Tshwane Council over the election of an acting speaker. Speaker Katlego Matebe recused herself pending a motion of no confidence against her and Mayor Stevens Mokgalapa. The ANC says it's on a mission to reclaim the metro. Khalihle Khumalo is following the story. He's there. He joins us now live. So Kaya, what's all of this about?
Well, essentially, Shahan, it's all had to do with the Speaker. So you have the likes of the African National Congress and the EFF who are so opposed to the Speaker recusing herself. And of course, the Speaker, we know that there are two motions. Of course, the Speaker herself might be removed during the course of the day. But Shahan, perhaps to try and get more reactions, we're joined now by the DA's provincial leader here in Gauteng. This, of course, John Moody. So, sir, thank you so much indeed for joining us. So, first and foremost, what do you make of today's developments?
Well, today's development is a repeat of what happened over a year ago in Nelson Mandela Bay with Athol Trollop. The ANC is playing at rules that they make up as they go along. The Speaker had officially opened this meeting, and she then indicated that she'll hand over to the acting Speaker, who was nominated and elected by this council at a resolution taken at this council, not for one meeting but for the duration of this term of office. So he's duly appointed by this council to do so. The ANC physically tried to prevent the Speaker from leaving the chair, and also physically prevented the acting Speaker from doing so. We have Kokta officials here, and this is nothing else but an attempt at an unlawful coup of this municipality. They prevented this meeting, and they are preventing this meeting from continuing. That is the ANC and the EFF. We are a party that abides by the rule of law. If they are so confident about the fact that they have the numbers, why don't they let the democratic process continue? You know, yesterday we lost the mayoralship in Johannesburg. A democratically elected mayor was put into power. Today, we didn't argue about the fact. We accepted the democratic outcome. Today, the Speaker went to the council chambers. He opened the meetings. He conducted the meeting knowing that there is a motion of no confidence against him, and we conducted it in terms of the law. And we accept the democratic processes and the outcomes thereof. And that is what we as the DA are prepared to do here today as well. Let the meeting continue. This is nothing else but, as I said, but an attempted coup.
So an attempted coup, a very strong phrase to use, Mr. Moody. So now going forward, because it appears like there is a stalemate, we don't know really who's going to run the House now. The acting Speaker has been ejected, and of course the Speaker also is under fire here because there is a motion of no confidence against her. So how are you seeing things playing out here in Tshwane?
Well, I'll tell you that the DA, we're prepared to stay here until Christmas. We are not going to allow this municipality to collapse. And as I said, another Nelson Mandela Bay matter arising over here. Not on my watch.
And also, let us look at, of course, the Democratic Alliance. You suffered a massive loss yesterday by losing the country's economic hub. Are you now prepared to also lose the country's administrative capital?
As I said, we will abide by any democratic process and its outcomes. It's nothing that a person is never prepared to, but we allow the democratic process to take its course. To us, it is a loss, yes, but I believe it is a greater loss to the people of Johannesburg, and it will be a very great loss should the ANC get their hands on the coffers of this municipality as well.
And just before I let you go, sir, what do you make of now the proposal that perhaps the copter officials might as well run the proceedings? Do you think that bodes well for this municipality?
Well, as I said, I don't believe that in terms of the rules and the regulations that they have a right to run this meeting. We have a Speaker duly elected, we have an acting Speaker duly elected, and this is nothing else but officials, quite frankly, in my opinion, that are running together with the ANC bosses on this matter.
All right, so thank you so much indeed for your time. Much appreciated. So, Shahan, the Democratic Alliance provincial leader here in Gauteng, John Mood, is saying they're prepared to stay all the way to the night, because now it appears as if there's a stalemate as we wait for the proceedings to resume. So it was a very dramatic afternoon as we saw the acting speaker being removed literally by the councillors here in Pretoria. So it's a very contentious issue as we await. So the official motion of no confidence against Mayor Mokgalapa and Speaker has not been tabled officially since the proceedings. Everything has been chaotic today.
Yeah,
so back to you in studio.
And drama go hand in hand, don't they, Kaya? We're going to leave it right there. Kylie Khumalo is in Pretoria. We'll get